we become something else. What needs to be done and where is the problem? To my own assessment, the problem is here, whereby we always make Islam secondary matter. Islam is not primary in our lives. There are even some people, youth, when they get someplace, they don't want to be known that they are Muslims. They hide. See Muslims, born Shias. So no, because if I don't hide, I will not get the job. Baba, don't mix taqiyya with this, they will tell you it's taqiyya. Taqiyya is something else and this is something else. So now I need to dress like that so that, you know, I don't feel like shy or something. No. We should make Islam our way of life. Once you make Islam your way of life, you will practice Islam in each and every place. Ittaqullah haythuma kuntum, Prophet mentioned. Be conscious of Allah wherever you are. Not only in the mosque or when you see Maulana. Some people, when they see Maulana, that's the time they want to show they are the best slaves of Allah. But if Maulana is not there, they say, Maulana, is he Allah? Imam Amir al-Mu'minin, they ask him about this verse, Aynama tuwallu fathamma wajhullah. Wherever you head towards to, there is Allah. They ask Imam, how do you explain this verse? Imam said, bring something firewood, let him put fire. Now the fire was burning. Then Imam said, show me the face of the fire. He said, every place is a fire. He said, Allah is also like that. Every place you see, this is Allah. You can't tell me this is fire and this is the face. You say, this face of the fire. That's the face, that's the face, that's the face. The same thing, wherever you are, that's where Allah is. فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. So Allah is everywhere. You are fortunate, brothers, wallahi, especially the young ones and the ladies. You were born Shias. You need to know the value of this. Places where we are coming from and where we are teaching, people are not born Shias and they are craving for this school of thought. You've got everything and Allah will question you about this ni'mah that He has given you. Wallahi al-Azim. Where we are coming from, Christians, atheists, we are trying to convince daily in our lives. It's not easy, not even Muslims. African traditionalists, we are trying to convince. You need to cherish what you have and make the best out of it, or else someone will come and take it from you. Allah mentioned, what I've given you of deen, if you don't look after it, I will substitute you with others. فَسَوْفَ يَأْتِ اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ. Allah will bring others. So the best way to keep your obedience, number one, make Islam primary in your life. And number two, seek more knowledge about your Islam, because sometimes some of these things happen because of ignorance. As I was telling brothers last night, Imam Ali mentioned, there are people who don't know and they don't know that they don't know. They are compound ignorance. They don't know and they don't know that they don't know. Sometimes this is the problem we have, Jahil Muraka. Learn about Islam and be proud of being a Muslim. In fact, you must be proud of being a Shia. You have to be proud, because Shiism produced people like Salman al-Farisi. Shiism produced people like Amir al-Mu'minin. Shiism produced people like our Imams, the 8th Imam. Today, people are proud, the children of 6 years are memorizing Quran. Do you forget of our Imams? 8 years Imam. And Yahya ibn Aksam will come and Imam will start giving fatwas and explaining about wealth, explaining about Hajj and Ihram. Why today people are proud of only people who, children, they memorize 6 years, they memorize, MashaAllah, this is a miracle. Forget Imams, Ya Allah. Amir al-Mu'min, how old was he when the Prophet said, Anta Khalifati wa waziri min ba'di. You are my Khalifa and my waziri. You remember, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ. Give glad tidings to your near of kins. He called everybody. Prepare the food. He gave them the mission. He said, who is going to help me in carrying out this mission? So he reported the Tafsir ibn Kathir and the rest. Then Ali raised up his hand. By then they said he was young. Some said 10 years, some said 9 years, depending. He was young at the end of the day. And he opened his mouth and he said, Allah, I will help you to carry. So Shiism is fakhrun wa i'tizaz. It is dignity and honor to be a Shia. It's not a joke, brothers, wallahi. You have to make sajda to shukr and thank Allah. Feel free wherever you are to be your Shia. We are in a democratic society. Why should you hide? We hide. And because we are hiding, that is why we are not obedient to Allah. Only in the mosque and during Muharram you see people crying. You must cry. But Imam said, وَلَا تَقُولُوا عَلَيْنَا شَيْئًا. Don't be bad example for us. Somebody came to Imam and said, Imam, I am your Shia. Imam said, مَا أَنْتَ بِشِيعَتُنَا إِن كُنْتَ لَكَ فِي أَوَامِرِنَا إن كنت لنا في أوامرنا نطيعا فقد صدقت وإن كنت بخلاف ذلك فلا تزد في دعواك مرتبة شريفة فلا تقل إني من شيعتكم قل إني من محبوكم ومواليكم. He came to Imam, he said, Imam, I'm your Shia. Imam said, oh, if you are truth in what you are saying, then mashallah. If you are obedient to us, wherever you find yourself, then you are a true Shia. But if you are against our command and teaching, don't add sin to your sins. And to claim being Shia without having those qualities is also a problem. Somebody came and said, Imam, you are my Imam. Imam said, may Allah curse those people who say I'm their Imam, because when I cover something, they open it, they expose it. I say this and they said it means this and that. They make their own tafsir from their own pocket. So Shia, wherever you are, you should be proud. Because Quran mentioned, وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عَبَادِيَ الشُّكُورِ. Few of my slaves are grateful to me. Will continue to be few, and even Jannah, few will enter Jannah. Not a lot will enter Jannah. So let's all try, especially my sisters, my mothers who are upstairs. Most of the times we find out that ladies becoming more vulnerable, easily influenced. And of course, youth are the same also. Easily influenced. As I was telling you, please, let's try. Make Muslims our friends. And if you want to make a friend, try to make friendship of someone who is higher than you in something which you need for your religion. You know, if I were to him or her, he or she will add you in something. And slowly, inshallah, you will understand. People today, they come with saying, we have a modernism, post-modernism, what modernism, you know, we have to modernize things. Things should be modern. Which is modern? Halal Muhammad, halalun ila yawm al-qiyamah. Wa haramuhu haramun ila yawm al-qiyamah. The halal of Muhammad is halal until the day of Qiyamah. And his haram will be haram until the day of Qiyamah. It's how you understand it and fit it. You believe in وَالْيَوْمَ أَكْمَلْتُ لَكُمْ دِينَكُمْ وَأَتْمَمْتُ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعْمَتِي. It's perfected. So there's nothing called modernism and post-modernism. I want to come up with something new. You try your level best. Be proud of being a Muslim. Be proud of being a Shia. Learn more about Islam. There is Quran classes taking place in the afternoon. Everybody come and join these Quran classes. I learned you have a madrasa here. The youth try, participate. Don't be lazy in coming to the madrasa. Make use of those opportunities. It will help you, inshallah, in shaping the way, inshallah. Any other question?
Sheikh, you have explained his question very well. I don't want more elaboration on this. I understood. But let me tell you, this question was the obedience inside here, most remember, no outside. Let me tell you these days, mind your own business, even here. Or just very much.
Yeah, no, it's true. People sometimes say you mind your own business if you talk to them. You want to advise someone, he will tell you, mind your own business. SubhanAllah. This is where Muslims are getting to, unfortunately. One prophet said, we are mirrors to each other. You see something in me, advise me. Amr bil Ma'ruf. Look, Imam Hussein's mission was about Amr bil Ma'ruf. So if you don't want Amr bil Maruf to be done for you, then what are you trying to say? I know many people, they are like that, no? And that is hurting. If someone tells you, mind your own business, you see. No, it's none of your business. Look, between you and Allah. Do you know the meaning of between you and Allah? It's very heavy. Between you and Allah, you know the meaning. When we make dua, Ilahi amilna bifadlika wa la tu'amilna bi'adlik. Oh Allah, deal with me with your mercy. Don't deal with me with your justice. Because if Allah had to deal with us with his justice, nobody will get his mercy. Believe me or not. You say, mind your own business, Allah will say, no. We are mira'at to one another. We are mirrors to one another. But sometimes if you want to give somebody advice, it is said in Islam, خَيْرُ النَّصِيحَ مَا كَانَتْ عَلَى الْفِرَادِ. The best nasiha is to call that person alone and talk to him. There are some people, maybe you make mistake out to, hey, Ajib, you know it wasn't right. So you feel some shy in front of people. So I call you, but there are people you will still call them alone and they'll tell you mind your business. I think we shouldn't do that. We are Muslims. No one is perfect. We're just trying to be perfect. And we can only be perfect if we are able to complement one another. You can't be alone, I can't be alone. You need someone to hold your hand, I need someone to hold my hand. Nobody can be alone. So let us all, inshallah, have good thinking about one another. This thing comes as a result of thinking about him. And it's not good. It's not this. Love one another. Mahabbat. Mahabbat. Prophet mentioned, إِنَّكُمْ لَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ حَتَّى تُؤْمِنُوا وَلَا تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُوا أَلَا أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَى شَيْءٍ إِذَا فَعَلْتُمْ تَحَابَبْتُمْ أَفْشُوا السَّلَامَ بَيْنَكُمْ. Prophet said, the Jannah that you are aspiring, nobody will enter the Jannah until you believe in Allah. Prophet said, your belief in Allah will never be effective حَتَّى تَحَابُوا until you love one another. And Prophet said, you want me to show you what you must do for you to establish love amongst yourself? Prophet said, spread salam and peace amongst you. Peace. When you make salam to your brother, to the sheikh, to her, it must come down deep from your heart. Because salam means you are making dua for him. But sometimes some people will come, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, greeting, but what is in the heart is in the heart. Islam is beyond that. ظَنُّوا بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ خَيْرًا. We should think good about every believer. His problem is not my problem. That is not Islam. That is totally out of Islam. If really we can read the Risalat al-Hukuk of Imam Zain al-Abidin, we'll understand this thing really. We'll really understand it. What is the right of a Muslim over another Muslim? Is he our Imam? Yes, he's our Imam. Why can't we follow him? Then Muslim will not go and tell you, mind your own business. There is nothing called mind your own business. Islam is about Amr bil Maruf and Nahi anil Munkar.
Sheikh, just before we end, you will have noted that the questions have come from most of us who are 50 plus. I think that the age group of youth here is a bit different. Bear with us, please. Inshallah, we'll try to continue this session, and so that the actual youth targeted should ask questions. So just to end up, your vast experience from West Africa, Central and now South Africa, can you, just before you sum up, give us one common vice that you have found in youth in your career? If not one or two, at least, and that you think probably more focused in our type of community, the Koja community.
Yeah, that's very, very important. Really, based on my own experience of also associating with youth, playing football with them in Ghana, in South Africa, and even Central Africa and some part of East Africa. There are a lot of vices, but I want to mention, as he alluded, common one, which I think it needs a great deal of work, especially from the leaders. It needs really a great deal of work. You know, one common vice which I have detected and I've seen is peer group influence, peer pressure. I spoke to many youth Even sometimes in Hajj, when we go to Ziyarah in Karbala every year, youth of Khojas, as he mentioned, they come in numbers. And I'm in contact with many. He will tell you, you know, where I attend school. University, there, I'm not with Muslims. They end up some drinking alcohol. Some they end up smoking, not just cigarette. This is really common, which many youth will come openly and tell you. Number two, which they will come openly and tell you without any fear of intimidation. You know, Salat, I don't perform it often. Because when you go to the mosque, you know, they don't address us, they address themselves. They say when you go to the mosque, what is being said is not about us. So I don't feel encouraged to go to the mosque anymore. So me staying away is doing harm to me. When I go there, whatever they say is not appealing to me. They don't even attend to the problem that I face as a youth. So that is taking me also away from the mosque. And normally youth, they mention all these kind of things. And last but not the least, which I found that they always mention also as common, is failing to control their desires. With all what Islam has laid for us, they found out it's becoming very difficult. This is where I said my own advice is that we need to have more of a youth program. And we need to engage our youth more often. We need to find out from them. Definitely we can't dance to their tune anytime. But we need to find out from them what is their problem. Because if you don't know their problem, you will not be able to attend to the problem. Engage them, sit down with them on one-to-one basis sometimes. Talk to them, find out from them. We want you to be the prominent members of this community. So what do you want to see? We want you to be part of this community. Make them part and parcel of it. Give them your experience. Share with them your experience. By so doing, you will sleep peacefully. Because based on my interaction with also some members, like fathers, mothers, some will tell you, Maulana, we are having sleepless night. Because we don't know if you go, what will happen. Some will tell you this. Then I'll tell you what are you doing to make sure you don't have sleepless night. Give you something, sports. It's good sometimes. Bring them closer. Alhamdulillah, you've done very well because you have some sports, indoor sports here, which is very good. Always I see the youth there. Always when I'm there, I hear their voice and I see them, which is very good. Associate with them. Make them part and parcel of the movement. Then inshallah, if there are certain tasks, give them. Let them do. Let them feel responsible. Then by so doing, inshallah, you will be together and Allah Ta'ala will help, inshallah. So we ask Allah to help us, inshallah. I hope and pray that, inshallah, these advices will go a long way in helping